They claim, we came, we saw, we respond, and we are back with another video. And Drake versus Kendrick, the whole story by Calito or Chalito. I don't know his full name. Like, bruh, I don't know. But like, let's see. I think it's been 2 years now, right? Cause they beefed in 2024. Damn, it was last year. That's crazy. But I thought, let's revisit what happened, you know. So let's see, Caleto, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake are two of the biggest rap artists in the world. Both of their
Facts.
individual successes tower over so many other artists combined, holding impressive catalogs of music in their own
Fire
regard.
albums.
But what would happen if the two of them decided to end each other's career?
Round one, fight! You guys don't matter how my baby such. Woke up looking
Well,
for the black
to know
meat.
about that, we need to go to the beginning.
Oh shit, we're going
Aubrey
way
Grant
back.
was born October 24th. Whoa, not that far. No, the year is 2012.
Oh,
And after
okay,
the
okay.
success and arguably Drake's greatest album, Take Care,
Take
Drake
Care was
goes on
fire.
his Club Paradise tour and decides to bring along a little-known rapper featured on his Buried Alive interlude track, Kendrick Lamar.
This is my brother A$AP Rocky. This is my brother Kendrick Lamar.
Now, in
Bro,
2012,
he was so
Kendrick was still a
young,
pretty
bruh.
unknown artist, only having released one mixtape and
Section
one album.
80.
So Drake
Yeah.
bringing up this up-and-coming artist was a huge
Section
deal.
8.
But all that would change on October
Oh, is it Section
22nd of
8?
that year when Kendrick Lamar would release
Good Kid,
this.
Mad City. One of
Good
the
Kid,
best
Mad City,
albums.
a
bro.
12-tracked masterpiece telling a story.
You know what, bro? My favorite song in all of this, Kala, was Shireen. Shireen, aka Mr. Splinter's daughter, bro. That song was, cause I remember when I downloaded Good Kid, Mad City. It wasn't back in. I mean, I knew the album, but when I really wanted to listen to music, bro, it was like before COVID, and there was this one girl while I'm but fuck
Kendrick
it.
Lamar's
let's-
upbringing in Compton and the different struggles
Let's
he had to
watch
go
the
through
video.
around that time. Let's fast forward to 2013, where Kendrick is no longer an underground artist, being awarded MTV's 2013 Hottest MC, Best Male Hip Hop Artist, with Good Kid, Mad City being considered the greatest album of all time. Drake and Kendrick's relationship was still pretty strong,
And it's an argument.
with both artists celebrating each other's wins. But in August 14, 2013, Kendrick would release a song with Big Sean titled
Control. We don't know about this, my nigga.
This
And I was
song
in second
became so
grade.
massive and became Kendrick's verse, pushing Kendrick's career further than ever into the starlight for attacking industry idols such as Big Sean, J. Cole, and of course, Drake. And even though in this song he has verses like,
Before you nigga,
He
I'm
also
trying
has
to murder
bars
you
like-
niggas.
and
To make sure your car friends will never heard of you niggas.
saying that Kendrick was coming for the crown, and there was nothing that was gonna get in his way. Nobody seemed to have an issue about the song either. They knew this is what the rap game needed right now, except one person, Drake.
Nobody yelled out Kendrick
Lamar!
Are you listening to it now? It was
How
one of
does that
those
verse
things.
go?
It's
Bro,
like-
he was
When
salty.
it comes to competition, I'm more worried about little consistency. I'm more worried about verses. If it's really fuck everybody, then it needs to be fuck everybody.
Let's take a break from this and
Wait, was I? Yeah, I was in second grade, bruh. That's crazy. When Control came out, my brother, like, one of my homeboys, like, he was like, yo, this nigga's fire and shit. I'm
fast
like,
forward to
okay.
October 6, 2023. Now at this point, both artists are extremely successful. While both artists would have their instances of beef, both artists were
Sneak
more focused
dissing.
on their individual successes, with Kendrick having a grand total of 5 studio albums, covering topics such as the struggle of duality and awakening, wickedness or weakness, and being a damaged person. We
To
also
Pimp
had
a
Drake,
Butterfly.
with 10 studio albums under his belt, focused more on
Jesus
trying different
Christ.
styles of music, rather than trying to send a single message to the world. So how did all this beef start? For that, we need to focus on Drake's most recent album, For All the Dogs, collaborating with people such as Yeat, Bad Bunny, and of course, J. Cole. On track 6, first-person shooter, where we would get our first reference back to Kendrick with lines.
The big three like the start of the league,
J.
but
Cole
right
saying
now,
on the rap
Muhammad
game, we have
Ali.
3 best of the best, and in his case, it's J. Cole, Drake,
And
Kendrick. J. Cole saying that him and Kendrick were the best was nothing out of the ordinary. So what happened? For that, let's fast forward to March 22nd, 2024, where Metro Boomin and Future would drop their highly anticipated
Well, I'm surprised he didn't talk about Family Matters. Like, you know, Smoking on Top High.
album We Don't Trust You, a 17-track
Number 2
collaborative
DM in my
album with
bitch.
Metro Boomin
That's
providing
cool
the
on that
beats
squad.
and so many rappers providing their voice, such as The Weeknd, Playboi Carti, and the one that stood out from the rest, Kendrick Lamar.
And this was a surprise feature album, which
Kendrick
is
had a lot
fucking
to say in
insane.
this song, throwing shots at both J. Cole and Drake with bars like, and
Nigga, it's just Big B.
And-
Nigga. Now this was a diss.
referencing back
For-
to first-person
bro.
shooter, where
For everyone who said that wasn't a diss, bro, it was a diss. When he said for all the dogs, that's when it was GG's, my nigga. That's when he was coming for the head, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie. When he, like, everything before that, if J. Cole and Drake responded, he'll be like, man, but when he said for all the dogs getting buried, he was like, my nigga, you know, I done this shit. Now let's fight. Let's do this shit. Now let's fight.
J. Cole would call them the big 3, but Kendrick shoots back explaining there's only one above the rap game, and it's him. As well, Kendrick throws disses to Drake's album and persona. Now, this sparked a fire in the rap community, with people asking, why is everyone all of a sudden having a vendetta against Drake? Let's move away from this and fast forward to 2 weeks from that point, to April 5th. With the release of J. Cole's mixtape, Might Delete Later. This mixtape seems
And he
long
did
until you
delete
reach
something
track 12,
later.
7-minute drill, where J. Cole would respond to Kendrick's diss saying,
He's still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first was classic, your last
Classic
was
and
tragic.
tragic.
Your second put us to sleep, but they
And this would have been fire, bro.
massive, and that was your prime.
J. Cole claiming that Kendrick's discography is all over the place, saying that this record was gassed up, and this record was not at the level it should
Mr.
be.
Morale
Now,
with the
a
Big
lot of
Steppers
people
was a
were not
fire
a
album.
huge fan of this record, but we would soon find out why.
I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. Bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like, Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I.
J. Cole would soon delete the record off the face of the earth, and explains how he has nothing
should have
but
never
love for
done
his
that.
brothers. And
But
drops out of
it's
the fight.
cool,
Now,
bro.
let's put our focus back to Drake. What did Drake do? For that, we need to fast forward to April 13th.
When he
where
leaked
Twitter would
something.
go crazy over this leaked song by Drake, titled
Push-ups.
is responding. Round 2.
We better go in on this track.
Bro, reactors made money, I'm telling you, my nigga.
The main theme of this
Reactors
record is
made money.
jokes, as Drake starts saying to Kendrick,
Big stepping with a size 7 layers on.
and
Pip squeak pipe down, you ain't in no big three.
as Drake put the
Keep
album
Sweet
cover
Pipe
to this
Down is
record as
crazy.
Kendrick's shoe size, he's also making fun of Kendrick for following his label's orders to release music, with Kendrick having to give them 50% of all the earnings.
If I need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse
That's
for
for the
the
50s. Drop them 50.
People fell in love
That
with
was
this record,
fire.
claiming that whatever Kendrick was cooking up had to be levels above the energy Drake put into this one. And while most people thought that Drake would have just waited, after a lack of response from Kendrick, Drake would release a secret track titled Tailor Made
Tailor-Made.
Freestyle, only 6 days later on April 19th.
This
Up
AI
to this point,
shit.
the records have been aimed to multiple people, but Tailor Made Freestyle was aimed directly at Kendrick, with the name of the record being a direct diss again on how he's in the mercy of his label and forced to make music for people like Taylor Swift. With Drake having an AI replica of both Drake's biggest role models and biggest
Tupac
legends
and
from the West
Snoop.
Coast, Tupac and Snoop Dogg, trying to get into his head by having Tupac and Snoop send motivational messages to Kendrick.
Kendrick, we need ya. The West Coast savior. This Canadian
Bro,
life
that's
is
fucked
hot.
up.
We need to know the baby West Coast victory, man. Call him a for me.
saying as Tupac, he would have handled it way better than Kendrick is up to this point. These records would hold their ground for a decent amount of time, for a lot of people favoring Drake for the disses he threw. Now, let's go just 2 days later to April 21st, when everything would change.
Yo, Dot, I got you.
What?
Whoops, this is irrelevant. No, let's move along to April 30th, when we would finally get Kendrick's response to everything, with a almost 7-minute diss track cut up into
Bro,
3
this
parts titled
beat
Euphoria.
was fire.
Kendrick plays the role of a therapist and dissects
part
all
2
of Drake's
beat
personas, with his radio-friendly pop songs and how he's a huge liar, with the beginning line.
You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist
with the hopes of being accepted.
Explaining that Drake doesn't deserve to be in the rap culture, as he's more of an actor than anything. Since Kendrick makes music to inspire and to innovate, Drake makes music for hits, not being a good
viral
influence to his
TikToks.
child and the people who look up to him by saying,
I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. Know you're a master manipulator and a bitch you a liar too.
But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
and on how his raps
Bro,
are the only thing he's got for
that
himself
shit was
and neglects
fire.
all other aspects in his life.
Oh shit, I got a son to raise, but I see
You know nothing about that.
backing them up.
Don't know about
Tell
that.
them to pray.
Don't know about that.
We also hear on how Kendrick is bothered on how Drake loves to keep this look on how he came up from a tough upbringing, when Kendrick actually lived through that life, and on how he's infatuated with
How
rapping
many
hard,
more
instead of
lines?
singing his radio hits
Bro,
by
that
saying,
Euphoria will be best.
You finally feel that you're black enough. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Oh my
Kendrick flat out
god,
explains
bro.
the reason why he doesn't like Drake.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this.
It's
Now,
not
both
cats,
artists
right?
have
It's gonna
dropped their
be
disses,
direct.
with them having their own jaw-dropping bars.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Euphoria was a better diss than Not Like Us. Like, dead ass. Like, Not Like Us, you know, was about, you know, it was like, for the way, it was like a victory lap. But Euphoria was like the real killer blow. Like, that was the first round. He was like, bap, bap, knockout. But you know, the referee said continue. This nigga said meet the grams. Boom, uppercut. It's over. GG's. Round 3, Not Like Us. This nigga was basically peeing on Drake, my nigga. Hitting the crip walk on Drake. I'm telling you, my nigga. Like, it was GG's from there. It was GG's, bro. Like, Not Like Us was a victory lap, but Euphoria was the real killer blow. He was like, huh, that was the killer blow. Meet the Grams was like beating down on a dead horse. And then Not Like Us was just a victory dance.
Gave fans an opportunity to dissect both records bar for bar to see who lyrically came up
Bottom
with the top
Family
ones.
Matters was
3
kinda
days
cool.
later on May 3rd, Kendrick would drop
16 LA. I forgot about this song. Nah, this weekend was crazy.
With this title having a lot of meaning, with it being a direct reference to Drake's series of music, Tupac's birthday, Father's Day in Canada, and an indirect Bible verse from the book of Proverbs that speaks on hate. The song begins by having Kendrick saying,
This was his
direct reference to
tailor-made.
Drake's song Survival, where he talks on having a near-death experience from being in the streets, with Kendrick mocking the name of the song for this fake persona that Drake has been building. Throughout the song, Kendrick speaks on having a beautiful life with money, morals, and culture, while Drake is always fishing for that check to come in, and always wanting more and more money by saying,
Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. Angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace.
and more importantly, Kendrick points out that he has insights in OVO, and what really goes on
If
in
you
there
ever
by
thought
saying,
that OVO was working for me,
You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. If you're street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty.
emphasizing
That's
that Drake
crazy.
has moles in OVO that would rather see him dead than to see him succeed, and are feeding Kendrick all this information. 616 in LA was released at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time that day, but in the following hours, Drake was ready to end it by releasing Family
Family
around
Matters
8
was
p.m.
fire.
Pacific Standard Time, alongside a 7-minute music video where Drake is seen crushing the van on the cover of Kendrick's album.
Nah,
Good
this
Kid,
was
Mad City.
disrespectful.
Family Matters is cut up into 3 sections and sees Drake getting more aggressive as the beat seems to switch. The record begins by having Drake do exactly what Kendrick said no one wanted to hear anymore.
We don't wanna hear you
You
say
say nigga no more. Stop.
God said
Say
it, I know that you mad.
And is a
Better
direct
click on
sequel
that
to the
video,
song
damn it.
Push-Ups as it begins where the song ended.
Yeah, I was really trying to keep it PG.
Family Family Matters is really focused on Kendrick's romantic life, claiming on how Kendrick is a wannabe saint for all his people, but is yet married to Whitney, a mixed woman, by saying,
You the black messiah, wifing up a mixed queen, and hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. Shit, I wanna know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens.
Bro, Drake was slapping,
claiming that she has been abused by Kendrick and has been sleeping with Dave Free, Kendrick's longtime friend and co-founder of PG Lang, by writing,
When you put your hands on your girl, is this self-defense cause she bigger than you? I heard
this is a low blow. Molly, I'm not gonna say it.
Now, Drake thought that this would be the end of Kendrick as fans begin to praise the song.
But an hour later, my
and
nigga,
it was the end. For about 30 minutes, where around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Kendrick without warning dropped Meet the Grams, a 6.5-minute song with
bro, this was a dark song,
letter, with each verse being addressed to a different member of Drake's family, warning them and telling them how horrible of a person Drake really is. But first, let's focus on this album cover, which is a
did we ever find out if that nigga really got a daughter or not, bro?
Showing us his belongings such as receipts and medical prescriptions. The song is cut up into 5 sections speaking to 5 different people. First, Drake's son, Adonis, who Drake got exposed of having back with his beef with Pusha T. In it, Kendrick is apologizing to Adonis for having such a horrible man as a father, and how he doesn't have to follow into his footsteps by saying,
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father, let me be honest. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit.
Next is to Drake's parents, both Sandra and Dennis, who Drake speaks on frequently in their song Sandra Rose, and Dennis being on the cover of Drake's 2017 album More Life, where Kendrick has them both sat to have a conversation on how they're to blame for Drake being the way that he is in lines.
You raised a horrible person, the nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. Like him should die.
And telling them
with
both
the
what's
hard
really
D,
going on
man.
inside of OVO.
Got offenders on OVO that he keep on a monthly allowance.
And
we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking.
After, we have Kendrick speaking to Drake's hidden 11-year-old daughter, apologizing to her for Drake being an absentee father, and only focuses on his music and women by saying,
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much but his music.
Thank God, I don't know if this is true, but it was fake. Not fake really, but it was just a blow. Meet the Grams.
Addresses Drake directly.
I mean, everyone be lying, and not lying is just a jab, bro. It's dissing. It's like dissing. Same thing with Hit 'Em Up, bro. Tupac didn't really fuck Faith. We all know that, my nigga. You know, but it is what it is, bro.
Putting him in the position of help, saying that he can do better and shining light on some issues with lines like,
You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting women problems.
Whorehouse is crazy.
And then flat out tells Drake everything he's been lying about, showing that this beef has nothing to do with Drake the rapper, but more of Drake the person.
With Aubrey.
Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come.
Other kids?
It's a long life battle with yourself.
Meet the
Kendrick
Grams.
having 4 diss tracks and Drake having 3. You were able to make a fair comparison between both artists. With
Then
Drake hitting more of the
later that day,
one-liners, and Kendrick going for the more lyrical embodiment, until the following day, when Kendrick would surprise drop Not Like Us, a West Coast inspired song, with the cover having 12 sex offender pins over Drake's mansion. The song would take a slight turn from the previous songs released by Kendrick. Here, the record takes a more upbeat approach, with the shots being less understandable to the public eye, having it being more focused on being a love letter to Compton, hence the name Not Like Us.
It was a victory in that.
With the series of accusations and metaphors that paint Drake as weak, untrustworthy, and a pedophile by having lines like,
I hate you like I'm young. Damn, he got copyrighted? Probably. Minor.
Predator accusations on Not Like Us don't only stop there, as Kendrick continues to accuse everyone inside of OVO. Kendrick questions Drake's authenticity inside of his raps, name-dropping other artists, saying that Drake got his name through them when he...
Lil Baby helped you get your link on Tuesday and you go by the
became the certified stamp for a lot of people, as it was able to keep a catchy flow while still being able to hold itself strong as a diss track. So what did Drake do after being attacked so violently? For that, let's jump to the very next day on May 5th, when Drake would drop the
No one really cares about
a
this
clear
song.
reference to Kendrick's The Hard series that would tease his albums to come, with the song cover being a comment left by Dave Free, who Drake again has rapped on before, and raps again here by saying,
And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child.
Drake telling Kendrick
No
that the
one cares,
information that
my
was
nigga.
given to him was something that Drake and his team came up with to purposely feed to him by rapping.
We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation.
Saying that the daughter that Kendrick wrote to
Bro,
him
this nigga sound like he was just trying to fucking justify himself. Like, the Heartbreak 6 is like, Drake trying to say, like, bro, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Like, he's just like, that one nigga's like, bro, we know, like, nigga, we don't care you lost. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, we don't care.
Given to Kendrick to see if he runs with it. As well goes over the album cover from Meet the Gram saying,
Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach.
He was explaining himself. Bro, you should never explain yourself. Drake was explaining himself. This was not a diss track. This nigga was trying to explain himself, my nigga. It's like, bro, this actually aligns with what I say. Euphoria, like, push-ups, this nigga hit Kendrick. Back. Kendrick was like, okay, nigga. Then this nigga hit Taylor Made, which was a low blow, like, putting Tupac and Snoop on the fucking, you know, on the AI shit. That was a low blow. And Rev was like, wait. And Kendrick was like, okay, so we doing that. Euphoria. Bah, bah. This nigga gets dizzy. He's like, oh shit. 660 in LA. Drake bah, bah, got hit again, bro. And then Family Matters. Drake, bam. He hits a right hook, my nigga. Kendrick's like, is that all? Meet the Grams. Boom, 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 boom. Just when Drake thought his right hand, it was GG's. This nigga was on the ground. Then this nigga, fucking Not Like Us. Blah, blah, blah. He killed him. He was killing him. It's over. He was literally like dog slapping him. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, kicking this nigga. And then with the Hard Part 6, Drake's like, bro, this nigga only won because he's releasing music every 30 seconds. My nigga, like, I can't catch a break. This nigga fucking hitting me with the right hook and the left hook. I only hit a right hook. Like, nigga, no, we don't care. You lost.
Uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation.
we hear Drake clear up his name through the lyrics by going through each
see?
point that Kendrick wrote about, mainly about him being with underage girls, and goes on his rap saying,
Yeah, it was a white flag.
I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message.
and
Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never looked twice at no teenager.
people found this one of the weaker disses, as
Nah,
it's
it
more
was
of a
ass.
case than an actual diss,
Facts.
with some subpar lines on him raising the white flag, saying that he doesn't want to diss Drake anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, this was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy
Get the pen working. Bro, that gotta be funny. This nigga saying the pen working. Shut the fuck up, Drake.
Be a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor.
But now we're at the point where every diss track is out. That's 9 tracks spanning from March 22nd to May 5th, 2024. But how did Kendrick decide to respond to Drake's most recent diss? For that, let's move along to June 19th.
The tour.
It's been quiet in the Drake / Kendrick front since the Hard Part 6, but Kendrick would not drop another track on June 19th, but a pop-out event called Ken and Friends in LA, not only to perform, but to bring together the culture of LA all
He
together
brought
in
back
one place,
2
showing how
gang
strong LA
members,
culture
bruh.
is, not only for hip-hop, but as a city. Here, Kendrick cements his place as the king of the West Coast and brings together some of the biggest West Coast rappers into one place, with people
Even
like Mustard,
Chance,
Dr. Dre, Steve Lacy, Tyler the Creator, as well members of the
bro.
Black community. Healing and unity were the main objectives.
Wait, wasn't Chance the rapper there? Okay, it was Tyler. It was Tyler.
Overshadowing any disses, but Drake's role as a common adversary helped achieve that unity, singing each song from his side of the disses to singing Not Like Us 5 times during the pop out.
Which
this
is
left
crazy.
everyone feeling like the diss had been settled with Drake, no longer saying anything, and that's how it would stay until the 4th of July, when Kendrick would release a music video to one of the
music
hits
video
disses,
is
Not Like
GG's.
Us, which begins by showing us a snippet of an unreleased track, speaking on how Drake appeared to have
Reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on now. Nah, nigga. Life goes on. Had it on my babies.
We also see Compton City Hall, which we know Kendrick is from. The music video is filled with homages to the city and is a love letter to his people and culture, showing that it would never die. Having LA legends show up in the music video like Tommy the Clown, DeMar DeRozan, Mustard, and so many others. The music video also doesn't fail to send jabs at Drake, as it's filled with hidden meaning and messages towards him. For example, we have Kendrick and Drake's look from his mixtape Dark Lane demo tapes, full speed towards him before being pulled away from his aura. Kendrick dancing over a game of hopscotch, this hand movement, which is a callback to Drake that does this on a live with a young girl. Kendrick hitting a piñata of the OVO owl, and him locking up the owl at the end. We also get Day Free in this music video with Kendrick, which has been a main issue throughout the disses, but has been cleared up now. Then cut to seeing Kendrick's family.
Nah, this was the final
the
blow.
claim that Drake was throwing onto her, as she's seen here dancing with him and their children.
Nah, this was the final
city
blow.
dancing and singing along to the song, showing that the city is united as one. But this is where the story ends. Kendrick got to show a side of Drake that needed to be seen and sheds more light on this culture. And Drake got to exercise and get that pen work in. Each person got to show more of themselves through these raps and let fans decide who won this beef. But who knows? This could only just be the beginning.
So shut your whole ass up and make some drums.
But y'all, I'm not even like trying to say, tell me who y'all think won. We all know who won, bruh. It was K-Dot. K-Dot. Bro, the big three is Deadass, Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny, and K-Dot. That's Glaze, right? Stay lead and peace out.
Hey, listen.